In this lesson, you'll be able to find side lengths and angles of right-angled triangles by using sine law. So when we first start to look at these kinds of questions, we need to remember to label our corners with capital letters A, B, and C. And I'm just putting those anywhere. It doesn't matter what corners the letters go on. And then the sides that are across from the capital letters, we use lowercase letters. So a side from capital A is side A, and that's a lowercase a. Across from the angle B is side B, and then across from angle C is side C. We can also call A side BC because it's between B and C, or we can call side B AC because it's between points B and C, and we can call side C AB because it's between A and B. The cool thing is that the ratio of the side and the angle that it's across from is equal to all the other ratios of sides and angles. So the ratio of that side and angle is exactly the same as the ratio of the blue side and angle, which is exactly the same as the ratio of the red side and angle. And we call that sine law. Sine law means is sine A, and that's angle A, divided by side A is equal to the sine of angle B divided by side B, which is also equal to sine C divided by side C. Or we can flip it. It wouldn't matter because the ratio is going to be the same. We can say A divided by the angle of sine A equals side B divided by the angle B equals the side C divided by the angle C. And that's sine law. So it comes easier when we do a couple of examples. So in our first example, we're going to look at this triangle, and we know that this square means that this angle is 90 degrees. And it also tells us that angle B is 38. So we can put 38 degrees where angle B is. So we can figure out what angle C is because we know every triangle is 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 90 degrees minus 38 degrees equals angle C. So if I do the math, I use my calculator, that tells me the angle C is 52 degrees. So that's the first step, is finding all of the interior angles of the triangle. Now let's label the other information that we have. It tells us that BC, side BC, is 20. So what we have to look at are the opposite angle and side. So we know that those two go together. Now let's look at what the question asks us. The question asks us to find AC. So this is side AC at the bottom here. That's what we're trying to find. And it goes with the angle that's directly across from it, which is angle B. So we can now start to put together the ratios. So what we do is, first of all, take the side that we don't know, which is AC, and then divide by the angle that it goes with. sine 38, because those are partners. Then we take a side BC, the side we know, which is 20, and we divide by sine 90. Sine 90, because that's the angle that goes with the side. Remember, the side and the angles that are across from each other go together. The easiest way, for me at least, to solve these equations are to just move this to the other side so that I see AC equals 20 times sine 38 divided by sine 90. I'll try and write that a little nicer. AC equals 20 times sine 38 divided by sine 90. Now I'll use my calculator. Okay, so 38 sine is 0.6157. So 20 times 0.61 divided by sine 90, which is 1. Okay. Let's try number 2 together. Same process. We know that angle A is 90 degrees. We know that angle B is 28 degrees. Okay, and to find angle C, we know every triangle has 180 degrees. Minus 90, minus 28. So C equals 62 degrees. All right, let's mark off our partners. So we know that this angle and side will go together because they're across from one another. This angle and side will go together because they're across from one another. And this angle and side will go together because they're across from one another. So what is it that we have to find? It asks us to find AC. So it asks us to find AC, which is this area here. AC. So how do we do that? For me, the thing that works is to put the thing I don't know in the numerator. So I do sine AC divided by, I put AC divided by sine 28, which is the angle across from it, equals when it tells us AB is 24, AB is 24. So that equals 24 divided by sine 62. Now in order to find AC, we do AC equals 24 times sine 28 divided by sine 62.